Hey guys, how you doing? TarantulaDan here. So, going to be doing a completely unscheduled live today. As you can see, I've not sort of prepared for this in my appearance. But the reason is I've been really busy and I haven't had time to do any sort of main videos recently. Getting the house ready and getting things ready for the baby in literally just a few weeks. And I've been meaning to do this for ages, and then I just had quite a few things happen. Tonight I've actually found a couple of things. I thought, you know what, I can come in here, I can crack on with doing maintenance and sorting things out. You can see the back is completely empty at the moment because all my spiders are down here on the floor. And I've also got some stories and some things that I can talk about with you. So, oops, just elbowed something. So, yeah, one of the main things that, there's actually two things that really made me sort of want to do this. Hello to Stefan, hope you're doing well. Firstly, I was actually, I was just sat on the toilet, doors open, my cat was sort of around, you know, and it starts like pawing at this thing, and literally look down on the floor. My Scolopendra polymorpha had escaped, so I'm like trying to, you know, shoo the cat away from this centipede that's now crawling towards me whilst I'm like on the toilet. Luckily, I managed to finish and get something to collect the centipede in, and then come and try and figure out how this centipede had escaped. And it's actually not the first time this has happened. This is probably the second or third time the centipede has escaped from its enclosure in the last few months. And it's all to do with this little gap. I don't know whether how well you can see this gap. It's tiny. There you go. You can just see it there. And I actually did put some tape on, as you can see over here, to hold this down. But the tape is, I guess, stretched or whatever. And so yeah, the Scolopendra polymorpha can literally just walk out of there. So I've had to swap my dairy, not my dairy, which are they? The Spanish woodlice that I have into here. Then I just quickly transferred the centipede into here. So you know, the thing is, I don't want any of my animals to escape. Centipede is probably right at the bottom of the list of things I want to escape. For a start, my window was open, so it could have literally gone outside, which wouldn't be good. Of course, we have rodents in here. Of course, that wouldn't go down well if they were bit. Of course, my cat Putin. The thought of him getting bit is honestly quite disheartening. To be honest, I don't really like the thought of that. And then obviously, even more importantly than all of those, is that, as I said at the very beginning of the video, one of the reasons I haven't been doing videos is because I'm trying to get the house ready for my baby. I have a baby due probably in the next 4-5 weeks. I'm obviously having a little girl. The thought of having a newborn baby, you know, or a toddler crawling around, and then she grabs onto a Scolopendra polymorpha, don't want that at all. So I need to get that enclosure sorted to make sure that it's completely safe and everything. I'm sure you can all understand that. Hello to Tarantulas and Inverts Greg. Hello to Dan Evans. Hope you're doing well. Hello to Francis. Hope you're doing well. Hello to Mark. Hello to Incredible Inverts and Other Animals. Hello to Ebony. So yeah, that was the first thing. Yeah, I don't want to centipede on the loose. So that was the first thing. Like I say, between trying to get the house ready, I'm so busy just trying to get the house ready, trying to get things ready for my baby. I'm not nervous. I'm so excited at the thought of having my own baby. There's a little bit of me that is literally, I am absolutely shitting myself because I don't feel like I'm ready. I mean, are you ever ready for a baby? I don't know. So every night I've been doing decorating and trying to get the house ready, and yeah, there's lots of things going on, and so that's why I haven't been sort of filming or editing as much. I've got so many videos filmed that aren't edited, ready to go up on YouTube. But that's not the only thing that's happened. You see, the spiders are on the floor at the moment because I did a thing a couple of weeks ago. I went and did like a bit of a TarantulaDan experience. I took a bunch of my spiders to a cinema for the Black Widow premiere. I was invited to go along there, take some spiders, and you know, show some spiders. And so I did that. I came back and they're still here because I've been planning to kind of sort this out, which is what I'm going to do today. I'm going to be chatting and sorting things out. And I was going to do some patrons originally. And then I just kind of got back tonight. I've been really busy and I thought, you know what, I'll do it later. And I came up here, like I say, just to do a bit of maintenance on some of my spiders. All was fine. Went to the toilet, found the escape centipede, came in here, checked on things, and then I found something else. And I want to show you this really, really quickly before I continue with the rest of the video. So this is not her enclosure, of course. This is Zelda's enclosure, but she's molting again. So yeah, it looks like I won't be getting an egg sac from this spider, but it does mean I am going to have a much bigger Zelda, the Lacidor Power High banner, which I'm really excited about. And this is what I wanted to live stream. I thought I'm going to put this down on the side somewhere. I'm going to continue with the video and I can just keep checking up on her. And I mean, I just came up, I didn't see her originally, but you can see, I mean, she's already starting to come out. Her fangs are moving, her legs are moving, and I can't wait to get a real good measurement of this. I'll probably stay up tonight to make sure that everything goes well, but she's not just starting this. She's, you know, obviously she's obviously been on her back probably all day, and yeah, I can't wait to take this molting to work tomorrow and show the guys at work and be like, hey look, Zelda's has molted. So yeah, really excited to finally have her molting again. It does mean, oops, I'm covering the camera, sorry. It does mean that good old me is professional as ever. It does mean, wrong way. It does mean that I won't be getting an egg sac from Zelda. She's one of the, I wish the hamsters or stuff. She's one of the females that I was really waiting for an egg sac to drop. Obviously wasn't to happen, but that's fine. I don't mind that at all. I will just have another guinea pigs are chasing each other around. I do apologise. Yeah, it just means I'm gonna have a bigger Zelda, and I'll be able to look for a fresh, mature male, and that'll be a great video to again, hopefully try and get some footage of that. So if any of you do have a fresh, mature male Lacidor Power High banner, and you're up for a 50-50 or a sale of a mature male, then let me know, because I honestly, you know, I'm gonna breed her obviously. So what I'm gonna do, you can just see my this gimbal's backwards. All of my, I've had some more shakes, snake sheds as well, and I have some more actually sort of due as well. So I'm just going to very carefully pop her onto there. At least I'm there, but I can kind of keep my eye on her as well. And honestly, I was not expecting her to molt. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a quick look at the comments. I'm going to carry on with this. Hello to James, hope you're doing well. Hello to Gar. Hello to Unseen Universe. Hello to Gav's Tarantulas, hope you're doing well. Hello to Angelou, hope you're all doing well. And Leland, hope you're doing well. So yeah, like I said, I've just been really busy with like just so much going on. It's just, you know, it's funny that Zelda's molting. I have, this is, I'll show you this, female Brachypalma oratum. You can just see a bolt spot there. I think she's gonna molt before the male does. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if she did, because the male that I have off Leland is not molting at all. I don't think he knows how to molt. That goes for the Albicept or the Eratum actually, because both of them are a little bit slow molting, let's say. checking up on this one. I took this one with me to the Tarantula experience, the Palma Pen and Silo, which, by the way, for those of you that, to the people that sort of did come down to see me whilst I was there, firstly, thank you for coming. It was strange because when I went there, I actually had my big tarantula display case. So as they came up the stairs, it was sort of right there in front of them, and I was sort of expecting it to be quite quiet and, you know, people not really interested. And I think I was an hour and a half late leaving, and in the whole sort of 7 or 8 hours, I think, whatever I was there for, I probably had about 20 minutes, maybe half an hour, where there was no one there. The cinema even provided me with some food, and they brought it up. There's still loads of people up there looking at spiders and things, and in the end my food went stone cold before I was even able to take a bite because of people sort of being there, you know. So that went really, really well. It was the light in Sittingbourne, and they very kindly said to me as well that if ever I want to go there and take tarantulas and things like that, they're always happy to have me there. So who knows, maybe I will put together some kind of a like an actual, like a show, I guess, maybe. As long as I can get some decent insurance, maybe to cover like snakes and things as well, then I can maybe go there, take some snakes with me, and you know, meet the public and have them introduced to some cool animals. I think it'd be quite cool. I'm all for sort of showing people how cool these animals are. And this is the Brachypalma emilia. All of these spiders got a really good reaction. None of them were like, even the public, they're like, not to sound sexist at all, but there were lots of women I noticed that were coming up, and they were sort of like really like scared and freaked out. Most of the guys weren't that bothered, and they left like really, really confident. They're looking at molts and, you know, having a chat with them. And it was kind of interesting how I found there's more women that were scared. They got over their fear compared to some of the guys that came that were scared left still like that. Like I kind of find that men are a bit harder to get over their fears than women. At least that's what I found whilst they were doing it. Put her back. I will be checking up on all of my my females with egg sacs. Obviously, I won't be having one from Zelda anyway. Of course, I will be keeping my eye on her throughout this live stream. I don't know how long I'll be doing it for. I'm very thankful to those of you that have joined anyway, completely unscheduled, like I say. You know, I'm just going to keep doing bits, showing things off, having a chat, answering any questions, and of course I'll be showing you Zelda molting throughout the video as well. Black Wolf Ebbs, yeah, I'd love for you and Francis to both sort of come and visit. The house is obviously not finished yet, hence the lack of updates, the lack of videos, the lack of contact, the lack of everything actually. You know, obviously when we moved into this house, it was basically a shell. We had nothing, so we still don't have any doors downstairs because they were sort of taken by the guy that was here before, which is fine. I'll just go buy some new doors. So yeah, that means that, you know, we've had literally a complete canvas to get ready. I'm just doing I had a bit of a thing the other day. One of the last jobs I wanted to try and get done was get the staircase finished. It's quite a high ceiling because the staircase goes down and then down some stairs to the left and then down into the living room. So it's like a square spiral, but quite a big one, with in the middle you can like look down into the living room, if that makes sense. And the ceiling's quite high, to the point where there's a photo of me, which I'll probably put on like Instagram or something later, where I extended this ladder full and I'm stood with my knees like over the top rung. So I climb up and then I'm like hugging the wall, and that's how I reach the ceiling. So completely unsafe. I don't have any health and safety, you know. And there's like a little patch about like this big, literally, of where the paint has sort of flaked away. And I thought, oh, okay, I'll just scrape it back a little bit, smooth it off, fill it, rub it down, good to go. And this was on Monday, my day off work. Sorry, Monday? Yeah, Monday. Yeah, and I started scraping it. I ended up doing the whole wall. It's like, say, it's like, I don't know, it's like, I don't know, 15, 20 foot high at the tallest from the floor. Pretty tall on that. And I could show you, but it's not finished. I can't show that on the internet. But yeah, so I ended up having to sort of scrape all of this sort of paint off. And then, because it was painted with silk paint, it was going to go around the corner kind of thing. So I had to then go down with a blade and a standing knife and smooth it all off so that I could kind of get a nice edge. So got to try and get the hallway finished, and then finish the woodwork downstairs. Then I could put Una back into the corner, and then we've got to get some furniture for the living room. Kitchen is nearly finished now. We just got to get, so we've had like a whole new kitchen basically, which is Stephanie's dad is basically taking over that, and he's doing an absolutely fantastic job of that. And then obviously the animal room is still not finished, taking me longer than I would have liked, but again, I'm spending most of my time doing the house. And then at the moment in this house, so there's like the main bedroom, which is to my right, and then to the left is the box room. And we're currently in the box room. I need to get this room mostly finished so I can move everything from that room into this room, so I can move the bedroom furniture from the box room into the main bedroom, and then the stuff from here can then go into the box room, which would then I need to try and get that sort of decorated and furnished for the baby things. So you know, I've got like a big cot thing coming and some other furniture. It's one of those things I just need to have like a month off work to just try and get everything done. But you know, that's part of having children. You don't really you know, you just kind of adapt to it, I guess. So I'll show you one of these. This is Pocotheria metallica. This one is Stephanie's. Mine actually has done a really nice burrow. You can just see it down there. So oh, you actually see the spider. Just I don't think you'll see it because of the glare from the phone, but it's just sort of down here. So yeah, both Pocotheria and Metallica are doing well. I did lose. Which one did I lost? So I don't know how hot it is up north, but down here in Kent we're having a heat wave, and I lost 2 Coburn versicolor and a Pocotheria fasciata, I think it is. I think because of them just sort of being here and how hot it was. Although saying that, I mean I've still got 4 versi. You can just sort of see one of them here. I've still got 4 versi. I just lost these 2 random ones, which is a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. It couldn't really be helped, I don't think. 6-eyed sand spider. I mean, I can't see it, so I guess that's a good thing. Oh, I can. 6-eyed sand spider is just down here. You can probably just sort of make out the curvature of his legs. So I'm glad that that's still in there. Of course, all the snakes are doing well. All the reptiles are doing well. The leopard geckos are out. Ramsey's been out. I went to a few weeks ago. I took a break. I went up to see my 2 sisters up in Stourbridge. I was up in Stourbridge for about 4 days. So I got to see, my 2 sisters and catch up with some of my, a few of my friends. I couldn't see everyone because of time and things. And then I went down to Devon, which was very nice. And whilst I was away, I had some friends to come and look after all of my animals. 2 colleagues that I work with, fantastic. And they literally came in and they just like looked after everything for me, which was really good. It's one thing I'm really glad about being down here is that I found people that I can trust to look after my animals. So if you're on Instagram and Facebook and things, you'll probably see me posting on there to do with them, like a review for them. They're called Fur and Fox, I think it is. But yeah, they basically go around and look after your animals if they go on holiday and things, which is really good. There's a gorgeous juvenile. Let's try and take it up without it running off. Harpactria porcupes. I really like this spider. I love the webs that it's done. There you go. He's just going to start going into his burrow. Really attractive spider. I think as adults they are just some of the best looking baboon tarantulas. There's this one. This is my Pteronopus, which is good. I didn't take my OBT with me. I did some rehousings recently. I've still got some more to do as well. So we have here some cockroaches. These are death's head. Get on there for a minute. Of course, in here, T. lagunus. Still not able to breed these. The male just is not interested in the female at all, which is a massive shame. I'm not going to give up on them, but it's a little bit disheartening, you know. I don't know where I put my female. I know my female's in one of these. I'm one of these people, none of my spiders, none of my animals in fact are labelled at all. I just know what everything is. There she is. Female T. lagunus. These enclosures aren't great for looking at them, like viewing, because of the enclosures being more kind of opaque. But they do the job, I guess. So I've got 2 of those. I'm also going to be rehousing in this video as well. So hopefully you'll be staying tuned to watch that. That one is empty. So this one is my female Albiceps. Patiently awaiting for, let me move the camera. Patiently awaiting Leland's male to mature. Because I have never known a 2 male spiders take so long to mature. It's honestly, it's a little bit of a joke if I'm being completely honest with you. So this one is cockroaches. Go through there into the tower. So we've got pulchra. I'll move this out of the way. This is my mature male pulchra. Really amazing spider. I've had this guy for years now, and he's still eating and still doing well. Guinea pigs are having a good squeak. The hide was taken out of this just for some photos I was trying to take recently. But really hoping that I can find a female for him, because really like to breed him at some point. Of course, T. Cusco, which is, she's actually out and about. I don't know if you can see her. You might be able to just make her out. Really like this spider, obviously. I mentioned her quite a lot. And my other female that I'm waiting to do an egg sac is Gomastola porcupes. This big girl here. This is the one that ate Sidex's Invert Kingdom UK's male. I kind of don't like males getting eaten, but in all honesty, the male that I used to breeding her, honestly, he deserved it, because he was absolutely useless. Like, it was kind of one of those things. He just, I don't know whether I told you this story, but basically I kept putting them in and he was just running away. He wasn't, she was like, actually at one point, I picked the female up between the second and third pair of legs, and I held her so that he could come forward, do his thing and get away. And she was fine with it. She was just sort of like legs in the air, and he just kept running and running and running. And then I tried him over several weeks, and eventually he just kind of ran around the outside of the enclosure, got like halfway up the length, did a 90-degree turn and ran straight into her, and she had him. And I did actually originally sort of separate them, but she had for the carapace, and I thought, you know what, he won't survive this. So I made the decision I basically dropped him back into her, and she ate him. And yeah, it's one of those, I felt bad, but also thought, mate, like, what are you playing at, There were virgin teenagers that performed better than you did, honestly. So yeah, you can see, I don't want to get this girl out, so I'll show you her quickly, because she's you an update on basically everything. This is, what's she gone? She's over here. This is Delilah. So of course Delilah is the, let's tilt it down a touch. Delilah is one of the probably my oldest of my royals. I always like getting this girl out to sort of show her off on camera. And obviously it does have the spider gene, but only very minor. Really nice snake, really well tempered. She doesn't, she's an aggressive. She does hiss a little bit sometimes. But other than that, she's absolutely wonderful. Not sure what she's doing. She's doing a bit of a corkscrew, I think, which isn't uncommon for snakes with the spider gene. So yeah, this is, let's say, Delilah. Not my longest or my thickest python, but she is, yeah, really good. Really good size, really good tempered as well. So, which is really good. I really like the snake. I like all of my snakes actually. Every single one of them sort of handles a little bit differently. Obviously, they all deserve and get respect as well. It's massively important. I don't mess with snakes if I don't know how they behave, you know. The corn snake, Patrick, is popping his head out, but I'm not going to be getting him out because he hasn't been fed for a week or so, and I do need to feed him. And I kind of have a feeling that I'm sure probably about 90, I want to say 90% sure if I were to try and get him out, he would probably end up going for me. Don't really fancy that, to be fair. So yeah, I've got to move some things around now. So I've got, I actually, when I went to pick up Una, my iguana, Amy Freeman over at Pet Rock and Roll very kindly gave me a enclosure. And the enclosure, I actually do have it ready for my Kira Gallus, who's, you know, pretty big girl. And she's in at the moment quite a small enclosure because obviously you're taking her to this thing. So I thought I'll do a video, get her transferred into there, then I can put that up here. Quickly checking out this. This is H. gigas female due an exact, but still no sign of it, which is my look at the moment with females and exacts. I think the only breeding of them successfully at the moment is my own. So, oh, that's a bad joke. Well, I'm going to drop the camera down a second. I do apologise for the shaky camera and the things. I'm going to take a second as well just to have a look at the comments and see what's being said, if anything. Because I'm going to bring it down because it's easier to sort of mess with, you know, do rehousings and things when spiders are actually, you know, when the camera's down. Let's check up on the comments. Hello to JP's Pet Nation. Oh, by the way, to John, thank you for the video that you did recently. I was really happy and humbled to see that you included me in what you actually had to say about me. So thank you for that. I have seen it. I watched it on my PlayStation, so I couldn't comment on it. But I do intend on going back and doing commenting on my phone on recent videos that I've watched. So, hello to Keith Phillips. Let's go look at the comments quickly. Costa is better than Starbucks. Costa. I don't know which one I prefer. There is actually, I think there's a Costa not far from me, which is pretty good. And yeah, it costed there pretty good to be fair. I'm looking at the comments by the way that the Abseps had a molt in the tub when I bought it in 2019. Still nothing. The big girl Una, yeah, she's doing really well. She's still in the living room. I need to get her enclosure finished off. I'm going to do a video of me getting that sort of finished and sort of set up. And I'm probably going to ask the guy that I mentioned before, Ben, who I work with. I might ask him to give me a hand with that. Only because, I mean, genuinely, he's a really, really nice guy. I'd like to sort of maybe try and include him in a video or two if he's up for it. But I know he loves doing that kind of thing. So I think he might enjoy it. So I'm going to ask him to give me a hand with that. He was pathetic. Yeah, he was. Yeah, I had him for ages. You should have met my hognose. Never. Yeah, my corn snake. The thing is, my corn snake isn't actually aggressive. It's not like where it like. It's not aggressive, but if it's hungry, it will just go for me. In fact, it was the first snake that I ever got bit by. As far as really like pissy snakes, that award definitely goes to this guy. This is my Mexican black king snake, and I've mentioned this before, but honestly, this snake is an absolute darling. It's already given me the tail wobble. There you go. This snake is still absolutely tiny. Yeah, this guy's a male, which is good. Excuse me, because obviously I know that a certain somebody that I know has a female, so. See, in response to Steve, I have sort of, obviously I still have more tarantulas than reptiles, but I do like them. I've always been into my lizards, my geckos, and my dragons and things like that. And of course I have a lot of animals, like reptiles, that are quite well known. I was never able to keep snakes when I was younger, so that's probably why I think I've got 7 now. I've got the 4 pythons, the rainbow boa, the MBK, and the corn snake. This is my smallest snake at the moment, which is absolutely tiny. I know that you have a. I know that you sort of have the female. I actually remember when I was last at yours, Francis and Ebony, and you're like, oh, it's got out, and I found it like on the floor, like this, and then they do escape. It's crazy. But yeah, so really beautiful snake. Hello to Amy, by the way. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, absolutely wonderful snake. It is massively pissy. Like, I can say that at this time. You know, it's past the time now. Like, but even when I feed it, I did a video recently of it actually, where it was just striking like constantly. It missed like 20 times in a row. You know. The other. I don't know whether I can get this guy out. He's usually quite happy to come out actually. So yeah, and here's the Brazilian rainbow, who is absolutely gorgeous. I love this snake. Like, I always knew that I liked them, which is why I ended up getting one as a gift from my girlfriend. But it kind of went from having it as like a bit of a dream snake to actually owning one and being like, man, this thing is truly like absolutely beautiful. And he's really well tempered as well. Obviously this guy's called Cell because on the back he's got like, or by his head, it's one little circle with a dot in it, and then as he goes down it looks like it's like a cell dividing, if that makes sense, and that's why he's called Cell. So obviously he did bite me. I a while ago, but that was my own fault. So I've been feeding the other snakes and handling obviously the mice and the rats and things, and then I put my hand in to get out a shed from him, and of course smelling like food, and he had me. So yeah, it's a quick look at Cell. You can see how he's doing. And he is honestly wonderful, absolutely wonderful snake. The MBK was the first one that I had as like a, you know, the MBK was always a dream snake of mine, and obviously the Brazilian Rainbow was the other one. The other one that I really like are the blue-eyed luces. But at the moment I can't justify spending, you know, £250–300 for one. I have actually found one for sale for £250, but I don't have the setup for it. My plan is, once I've got all the main things I need for the baby and whatever, the money that I've got for my patrons and things that I've been sort of saving, is then going to go into getting all the racks finished in this room, getting a desk sort of set up, getting the remaining of the bigger vivs that I need, which are basically the same as these ones here. These ones are the 4 foot, but I want to go for the ones that are deeper and higher as well, or deeper and wider, I think is probably the correct term for it. And so yeah, I'm going to be hopefully getting everything kind of sorted really in the next couple of months. I aim to have basically the main sort of house ready, at least a bit more comfortable, and then obviously the animal room as well, which like I said is really exciting. So yeah, to show you a couple of spiders, so this is, you can't actually see it, can you? It's going to be kind of a bit of a pain to do, but I'll probably do a better video of this to sort of show you. But basically it's a Exoterra. There's a hide under here, and then a log, and then one down the back as well. It's probably not to show you, but there we go. Yeah, so hide under here, hide at the back, and the log. And of course the spider that's going inside is actually the P. regalis, which is in a much smaller enclosure at the moment. This is only because obviously I've been using her for like shows and things, and yeah, it's kind of the best way to do that. I actually did a video of that exact P. regalis for Ebony, and I don't know how to say this, like I did that video, obviously whilst being massively sort of busy and things, but I, to be honest, wasn't really happy with what I produced in the end, and so to Ebony I am sort of sorry for that. It kind of, I feel kind of like really kind of shit about it, to be fair, because I had loads of plans to do that for her, but she just would not come out or cooperate or anything, which is shit. But that said, I will just make a point of every time that I mention her, I will do so, and I will mention you in that video. So yeah, P. regalis, how do I rehouse P. regalis? I mean, obviously I'm on camera, so I've got to do it properly, haven't I? Which I don't normally, you know, I'm not really one for like, what's the word? I like sort of fucking around with animals. But at the same time, I also, if I'm gonna do like a rehouse, I want to do it as quick as I can, you know. And so yeah, like when you see people on YouTube and they're like poking, like I don't do any of that. Like literally, I mean, I'm only using tweezers to go on camera, but yeah. So there she is. Don't know how well. In fact, that's what I'll do. Yeah, you can see her. See it from this way. This is how you do it. angle it. So it's up that way. I can't put the torch on, can I? What if I do it? No. Absolutely amazing spider, and she's big as well. She is really, really big. Like, you know, big set of tweezers there. That is quite dry in there at the moment. I'll give that a sort of proper sort of spray down. But yeah, absolutely beautiful, beautiful. By looking at the comments, asked about if he was eating pinkies. I presume that's about the MBK. Yeah, he's eating pinkies still. Ramsey's doing really well. Same old, really. You know. Rainbow boas. Yeah, Francis, you're too kind. Honestly, the issue that I had with that video when I filmed it was I had so much planned for the content that I wanted to try and get to sort of show her, but she just would not cooperate. She wouldn't come out. I just couldn't do it properly, so I've got her in this, and hopefully I'll sort of get out a little bit in here. I am going to get some plants to plant in there as well. I've actually got where I used to live. I had that one plant that I had on the windowsill in my animal room, and it ended up going up the room and then all the way across the top of the window. And it's a big, like, sort of 3 window pane window, if that makes sense. Huge window. And yeah, obviously I left the plant up in Birmingham when I left in a hurry. I kind of wish I had brought that with me, but never mind. And there's no I didn't have any of it left, because obviously all of these spiders were put down into sort of smaller enclosures for transportation and for storage whilst sort of homeless. And then I found, so a lot of all the plants that were in the bigger enclosures were destroyed, apart from, I found a single, I'll show you, I found a single little bit of it. I've actually planted it, and so this is the plant that I had before. And it's back to growing again. There's little shoots, and the roots are doing really, really well. Sit on the windowsill here in my new animal room. You can see the leaves are looking really good. Plenty of sunlight. I don't know how well you can sort of see how green that is, but yeah. So it's gonna take a while, but hopefully I'm gonna get this little plant. I'm gonna plant it properly into a plant pot. Keep it on the windowsill here, nice and warm, direct sunlight. And then I'll start taking offcuts of this, and I'm going to use it to completely, you know, redo my bioactives again. So yeah, this was a little teeny tiny cutting, probably like just this much, that I had in with one of the giant vinegaroons, and so I planted it a while ago now, and it's growing really, really well. So it's quite nice to have. Like I say, I thought I'd lost this plant that I bought at one of the invert shows. And then from a single cutting, I'm going to grow the whole thing back again, you know? So it will take time, it will take patience, but that's certainly one thing that I've got to do in general at the moment, is just be patient with everything, you know? Things happen as and when, you know? Some things can't be rushed. So, yeah. So yeah, this enclosure is now empty. I'm probably going to be putting in one of my pokies, I think, into there. Not sure which pokey. One of my leopard geckos, Bonnard. I actually named after Ben, the guy I work with. So his surname. He's actually popping his head out. He's probably going to want to come out at some point. What have we got in here? This is the Cledocartal abopolosus. This is the true form curly hair. There is actually a hide in there. I don't know whether you can just see it there, like a little igloo thing. So yeah, teeny tiny little spider there. I might do a video on these anyway. G-Rosea, like true G-Rosea female, and Ramstola Portrig female. Real big girl. Really hoping I can breed these at some point. I just need to try and get a male for them. But it is something that I am going to try and do. I just need to find the right spider. I've also got to try and remember how I had these positioned. I know the Regalis is going to go up there. What's in here? Okay, that's a well, my pulchra. You don't need to be there. It's a centipede. How's Zelda doing? She's pushing out. You know, the way she's going, I think Zelda's going to be sort of pushed out in probably about 10-15 minutes, which is really, really exciting, because I would love for her to be finished during this live stream. And that's I've been meaning to do this sort out. I've been coming in here and doing maintenance on these while they've been here quickly, because I just haven't been bothered to have a proper sort out. Mostly because I don't know how I'm going to put everything. One of the issues that I have is, because I've put the Regalis up on the top shelf, which is in theory is going to be absolutely fine, it means I can't put the keeper cards or the picture of Yoon up there, because then that's going to completely obstruct seeing the Regalis and the Gigas, which is a shame, because I kind of really want to have these spiders on display. So that means I've then got to try and find somewhere for them. So I might end up holding off putting the picture of Yuna back up, which of course is right here. I never go too far without this picture, because I just think it's absolutely amazing. Probably one of the nicest things that I've received as far as pictures and things. And then wait till I've got the animal room kind of finished to a point where I can you know, see what space I've got and where I'm going to put things. I can't remember how I had this before. So we've got, I think I might put this one and Pulchra just sort of fits under here. I don't know, how do you guys? The thing is, I think when I've got all of my shelves up, I'll have more room. Because at the moment, some of these shelves are like 2-3 sort of spiders deep, which I don't really like doing that. It feels a little bit crammed, if I'm honest. But at the same time, I kind of need to do that, because otherwise I can't fit them all in, you know. Centipede can go to the back. I don't think what this is. There's a mealworms, feeders. In here we have a Phanopalma Tsunami. You know what? I actually had something happen the other day, so I'm going to come a little bit closer. I was at work the other day, and obviously I work at an exotic pet store, and you know, like when you hear people talk about things, but they obviously have no idea what the fuck they're talking about, and they say things that are like literally couldn't be any further from the truth in regarding certain things, and you kind of like listen and you think like, who the fuck told you this? So there's been a few things recently that people have said about, someone said about spiders and how they've got massive spiders and you know, the biggest in the world, and I'm like, oh, what was it? And I'm like, oh, it was a curly hair, you know, they don't get bigger than that. And I'm like, yeah, a lot of spiders get bigger than curly hairs. But the one thing that made me think, like, what the fuck are you talking about, was this girl came in and she was talking about spiders, and she mentioned something about a spider. And I said, oh no, that's incorrect, I can't think what it was. But I said, that's what you just said is incorrect, that's not true. And she said, well, I was told by my uncle this, and he knows what he's talking about. And I said, okay, that's fine, but it still doesn't make what you just said true, kind of thing. And so then she said, well, her uncle, she said, he had a spider from India. So I'm straight away thinking, okay, it's like, probably like a Pocotheria. She said it was a spider from India that climbed trees, and she said that it pooed on him, and it burned his skin, and he came out in a rash and all this kind of thing. I sort of said, like, I've never heard of spider poop burning like acid kind of thing. And she said all of his chest was red and it was itching, and I thought, I said, I'm sorry, but I don't believe spider poop will do that. I said, if it bit you, fair enough, but a bite is different to being pooped on. And she was like, no. My uncle said it pooed on him and it burned through his clothes. And I was like, spider poo doesn't fucking burn through your clothes. You can't say this. You're sort of like, I'm not sure that's exactly true. Maybe there's something else, and they're adamant. And you think, these are the people that go along to other people and say, oh yeah, like I heard of a story of a girl whose uncle got pooed on by a spider and it burned through his clothes, and the next thing you know, the Daily Star were involved, and they're, complete bullshit. And you have to sort of just sit there and just like, not say anything, even though you really want to kind of, shake them, like grab them around the neck like Bart and Homer Simpson, and be like, you're just chatting shit, just shut up. I always find people usually do that, especially when they've got family or friends with them. I presume they're trying to do it to try and look a little bit more, I don't know, a bit cooler, a bit more special or something. I don't know. I just think you just look like a bit of a prat, to be fair, because that is obviously not true. And the people that are going to believe that are probably lacking in brain cells as well. And it really does annoy me. I'm sure many of you will know about this. When you experience people that don't know about certain animals but insist that someone that they know that knows nothing about them knows more than you. There's actually a meme, that I remember I saw it on Facebook years ago, and it was something like, when you go into a pet shop and people offer you help but you know more than them. I kind of feel like that used to apply to me. I used to go to a place near where I used to live, and they were a good shop, to be fair. But there's the same place I went there once, and they were like, "Oh, do you know what this spider is?" And I ID'd it for them. It was a Lacidora Polycus pilatus female, and they were like, "How much are they?" I'm like, "Oh, probably about like 40, 50 quid, something like that for." I mean, it's a decent size, adult female, big girl. And they were like, oh, "Okay," and they just put like 40 quid on this label, put it on the tub, and then sold it. And I thought, you didn't even know what that spider was like 2 minutes ago. I just ID'd it for you, and sell it. Like, how can you even pass on information about that spider? But now I have people that come in that have they've got like 2 spiders, and they're telling me things like, "Oh no, this is how you do things." I'm like, "No, that's not." Or they're telling me that, about IDing a spider, and I'm like, you're just completely wrong. Like that's not true at all. Honestly, it really winds me up. I don't want to sort of sound, like elitist or anything like that. That's not what I'm going for at all. But like, when people are sort of like trying to sort of imply that I don't know what I'm talking about, it's like, yeah, I do. I do know what I'm talking about, and you actually don't. And your uncle also doesn't know what he's talking about. Probably most of the people that you talk about spiders probably don't know what they're talking about either. See, this is like massively unorganised, and I don't like it already. But at least for now, it means I've got floor space, which is absolutely fine. I don't mind that. I've still got the. Oh, I'm doing 6 sand spider. How are these? Oh, I don't molt. G poker peas is malted. Oh, is this one malted yet? No, nothing from that one. This one is Mbafori. Hasn't malted yet. I actually realised I'm like massively off camera as well. Sorry about that. Yeah, do it there. It's the cup I used to cut the centipede earlier. Yeah, Mbafori is good. Check up on these. So in here I have another Lacidora Parahybana. This one is a juvenile male. And then in this one we have Ceratogyrus sanderi. This female is hoping she's going to do an egg sac. And the guinea pigs are fighting or something, which is massively annoying, but not uncommon for guinea pigs to make loads of noise for absolutely no reason. Where is... I've got another spider that should be in here. There it is. Haha. The Chromatopelma. Ooh, doing quite a lot of webbing. Sorry, mate. Chromatopelma pubescens. Hello to Moon over Miami, by the way. Sorry I didn't see you. I don't think I missed anything else. How many LPs do I have? So I've got Zelda. I have a immature male, juvenile. I have an immature female. And I got a whole stack of sort of grown on slings. I'm gonna guess probably about 13, maybe 14 or so. Kawabana. Haven't seen this spider for ages. That's actually the most I've seen this spider out in probably about a year. This one is Chromatopelma calceatum for the lake baboons. So I'll show you some slings whilst I'm down here. I don't normally show the slings off because there's that many of them and they're so small that you can't really see them. Oh, that's what she said. Pyrogalis, I think this is the one that we got from you, Francis. I think this one you gave to Steph. It's either you or Amy, one of you gave Steph a Pyrogalis. This one is mine. This one needs a rehouse. This is actually going to go into this custom Aquaria one. This is P. formosa. Again, it says P. metallica on there because this is the P. metallica wasn't here that went into one of the tarantula room enclosures, and then Formosa went into this one. Not Formosa, sorry, fasciata. So yeah, this is one of those things where nothing is labelled, things are labelled incorrectly, but I know what the spider is that's inside, if that makes sense. This guy definitely needs a get Scobie house as well. Prototheria ornata. Probably my favourite species of Prototheria. What have we got here? Agen. I think we've got like 4 or 5 different Agens. I'm not going to go through all of my slings because I'll be here for ages. I've got like over 100 slings in here. Oh yeah, another LP. So there's 15. 15 Lacidor Palhabana. Mostly because I really want to try and get a good mix of. I have males that I can sort of stagger. Another Lacidora Stratopes. Oh, you can see that one in there. I do like the Stratopes. I got 2 of those. Little Lacidora Polycus pilatus in there. 2 of those. There's actually another species of Lacidora on the spot at the moment that I don't believe I have, and quite tempting. Though I don't really have the money to be spending on spiders at the moment, so I've got to buy, equipment and things. I think this one is Bomai. Another Bomai. What's this one? Another one. I think we have 3 Bomai. Didn't think we had 3 of those. And these are the Macrotheli taiwanensis, which I do very much like these spiders. My Macrotheli actually molted recently. I haven't seen Steph for a while. That's fine. And then we got I think we also like P. sazamai and things in here as well. Yeah. This one's P. Twina Palma Sasmai. Really, really nice looking spider. This one's like I would say probably large, oh, a small juvenile. I'd say probably just under 2 inches leg span. Another one about pulchra. I think we've got like 5 pulchra between us. Again, because the one I thought was a female turned out to be male, and I've got juvenile females that aren't obviously ready for breeding yet. The plan is every year I'm going to buy a pulchra, and in the hopes that when I do end up with a female, I'll end up with a few males that I can sort of stagger over the years, and I'll end up with like a good sort of breeding group of them. And that's what I'm hoping anyway. It doesn't mean that it's going to happen, of course, but I try and have a bit of a plan kind of going, and that way in a few years I should be able to have plenty of breedings for them. Although saying that, I mean, my breedings aren't going fantastically at the moment because spiders keep molting out. Obviously the Regalis, she's been sort of paired and then she's molted. Zelda, the El Paro Hibana, she's been paired and she's molted. The Heteropoda David Bowie, which is the Ziggy Solder's huntsman, has been paired and hasn't molted yet. Touch wood, she won't. I really hope that she'll do an exact. Like I said, there's the Stratogyra Sanderi. She's been paired, still waiting on her. Still waiting for various mature males as well. Breeding groups of Pteronoculus, so I've got a good group of females and males for them, for the OBTs, as well as the N inside as well, got a few of those for again for pairing. What's this one? Rufilata. I do like Rufilata. My first Poketheria was a Rufilata actually. He was called Majora after the Legend of Zelda game. Oh, cheers, Fran. This is really kind of you. I'd certainly take you up on that. Actually, I need to respond to some of your messages anyway. Yours and Ebony's. I got messages. I've got like, no surprise. I've got about like 60 conversations I need to respond to. I'm not being ignorant on purpose. Just distracted by other things at the moment, other things that are going on, and I need more time. I need more hours in a day to get things done that I need to get done. It's things are getting close, and I'm not ready. So yeah, honestly, Ebony, if you were to block me, I wouldn't even be mad. To be fair, if I could block myself, I would. So it's yeah, like I say, always things going on. It is. What's this? Philopelma, Diamondback. Well, it's got a bunch of slings here. Another Philopelma, Nandu. Oh, these are Steph's Nandus. Nandu Tripepi, Nandu Chromatus. Like my least favourite tarantula in the whole wide world of tarantulas, just because I just think they're all fucking arseholes. Don't like Nandu. I just don't like them at all. H. Inside, C. Manix, O species blue. I don't think that's biophragis actually. It's always concerning because they're so small, That's the orange leg. That's the high orange. Oh yeah, this one's actually out. Don't know how will you be able to sort of see this there. I really like the these are just beautiful centipedes. as I drop a centipede on the floor on a live stream. Not that I'm going to try and encourage handling of centipedes, but you know, I really like them. Even like the Scolopendra diahani, it's like this big. Doesn't bother me. Most centipedes actually I don't find that. I think it's more that they're quite fast and they are more unpredictable. But I've never had any problem with the centipedes personally. You know, it's let's check on this stat quickly. I checked it on my boys the other day. What's this? Lacidor difficilis. Oh, another molt from my. This is Lacidora Kluge. Good to finally have some malts. I really like the. Nice to have some malts. Kluge, another Kluge. This one hasn't malted. And then we've got the two Brachypalma albop. These are the Blue Islands, which are the rarer kind of variant, I guess. Two of those, both doing really well. Like just to so you can see sort of how many these are just like row after row after row after row. When I get these spiders out, they're like, ah, my eyes, because it's like the room's like obviously quite light, you know, compared to the compared to the amount of light that's actually in here, shall we say? It's let's see. You can just see the abdomen and some legs. Oh. Set a battery warning, which is not really what I wanted, but that's fine. I think everything's done. I mean, that's done. Most of the spiders are done. You can see the little Pac-Man down here. I say little. If I put my finger in, he'll bite me. And look at Zola, she's nearly out. That's a big spider. God. She is going to be massive. I say that isn't her enclosure. Her enclosure is actually this one. But like I said, I put them into that one because this is obviously full of like substrate and things. It's so heavy, this Exoterra. So by taking her in that, it's just easier to get around. I still have to sort of sort out. I only literally have to sort out like 20 tarantulas here. The rest of them are fine. Look at him. He's so beautiful. Keeps getting his mat up, which is a bit of a pain. Can't see where Ramsey is. There she is. Asleep. Corn. Comedian's asleep. That mark on her head is actually a burn. Not my fault, kind of thing. Ooh, another one of my female Pteronoclus marinus out. Aratum. I've literally got like so much to kind of get sorted. I just need more time. One of the big. I think this one's the largest of the pythons. Yay! I should probably, although in a minute, it'll probably sort of stop in a minute because of the my battery is like literally about to die. Hey. the only problem with this this sort of viv. I mean, it was given to me, so I can't complain. But because there's like the 3 vivs with the 1 side door, it means that if you open it, like there's cinnamon up on the top, then there's Nova in this one, and the bottom is Tiger, which is the one with the wobble. And when you open it, like you can end up with like sort of 3 heads all coming out at the same time. So you got to sort of be able to sort of control them. I mean, neither of them are aggressive anyway. Cinnamon did bite me about a month ago now. But it was during feeding. She actually was, whilst I was sort of doing the feeding, I was holding the mouse, and she missed the mouse and just caught my knuckle. I let go straight away, bit of blood, a bit of a prick, but nothing. It wasn't like an aggressive bite and a wrap kind of thing. Not like when I got bit by the MBK, but it's so small. I was doing a live stream for patrons, and as he bit my finger and he caught around my hand, I just carried on talking, and then about half an hour later, this snake eventually sort of let go of my hand and I put it back. Didn't even draw blood, it was just gumming me basically. So yeah, just doing a bit of a. I'm really hoping for Zelda to sort of finish her molt, but I don't think she's gonna, because of my battery is on. What's my battery on? I can't even see it because I'm doing a live stream. I had a warning for 15% probably about 5 minutes ago, so it's they're probably gonna be sort of dying at some point. Oh, yeah, I'm not taking any offense to that. Yeah, this is a Pokemon top, by the way. It's I've actually been playing Pokemon Go quite a lot recently, so I couldn't tell you who all of these are. I mean, there's Blastoise there and Executor. Yeah, there's a few. It's got quite a cool T-shirt. Whenever I go into where I live now, I live in a place called Parkwood in Gillingham. When I go around to the shops, very often people there are like, "Oh, that's a really cool T-shirt," sort of thing. So, yeah. So yeah. Anyways, I am going to love you and leave you all. This was like a quick video to have a chat, and obviously I have to do a bit of maintenance and things like that as well. So yeah, I'm trying to leave it so long. I'm annoyed because I actually did a video for last Saturday that I uploaded. I think I was going to upload it on like, I think it was like Monday or Tuesday. And then I was going to upload it today. And it's up. It's like 20-minute long video. But you know, like when you do a video and you watch it back and you think, I don't know whether I like that. And so I've just left it unlisted. Because I don't know whether I'm going to make it public or not. I'm going to have a think about it. I think it's, yeah, I'm not sure whether I like it or not. So. But anyways, I'm gonna love you and leave you all. Thank you very much for joining me all tonight. They're completely unplanned. It's mostly because of the story about the centipede escaping and obviously with Zelda molting. I probably won't do an update on her tonight, but probably on YouTube and on Instagram I might do like a post or a story tomorrow, let you know how she gets on. And of course I'm gonna take that molt to work with me tomorrow and show people and like, yeah, this is how big my spider is. She molted literally last night. I was doing a live stream and you know, in fact her legs are pretty much out now and she's already looking bigger, so that's really, really cool. So yeah, anyways, I will love you and leave you. A lot of you that have been messaging on here, I will try and message you all, especially those sort of close friends and patrons and things. I'm going to be doing a video for Patreon. My next day off this week is on... What is it today? Monday. I'm off on Monday. My next day. So I'm thinking probably like Monday evening. I'm probably going to do a Patreon live chat. Give you some live event updates. I'll give you an update on the pregnancy and how the babies coming on, and you know, other things, and then just have a chat. I'll probably do it on Discord. So if you're a patron of mine, make sure that you have a Discord, and obviously I'll send the links through. Probably looking at Monday, 6 p.m. UK time, and just have a more like a chat and a hangout kind of thing. And you know, if you can join me for that, that'd be great. If not, there'll be a video up on YouTube where I'll sort of cover it all anyway. But I'll obviously give you all a proper video for patrons of Zelda, give you an update on her as well, because she is now my biggest and my oldest spider, and she has, I think she nearly finished now, so awesome. So yeah, anyways, thank you for joining me, everyone. I'm gonna let you all go now, and yeah, thank you for joining me. Thank you to Amy for joining me as well. Everyone else, the inverted bravarian just joined. I am sorry. Goodbye to everyone, and sorry that some of you sort of came when it was sort of late. I feel really bad. It's just you know, it's more to do with my battery sort of dying. So yeah, yeah. I say if you're a patron of mine and you can't make the live stream, that's fine. Like Francis, what I want to do with you on Monday, if you're free on Monday, because I'm off all day, I might just do like a Discord chat throughout the day at some point, and we can just have a chat or a video call on WhatsApp or something like that, you know. So yeah, thank you for watching, thank you for chatting, and I'll catch up with you over the weekend, Monday, and I'll give you updates on everything going on in the near future. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Take care and good night.